I just feel like this year has just not, you know, it's kind of a year of just underachievement. You know, I mean, I know pushing for your goals and so on isn't everything, but, you know, I just feel like I'll be glad to see the back of it, put it that way. I just hope that next year is better. Anybody remember that video? That was last year, my little Queen's speech. And do you know what? Looking at it, I can't even begin again to say what this year has been like. So anyway, let's do this. Keeping it real, you know, I'm in my pyjamas, as a lot of us have been this year, because let's face it, it's been like nothing we've known before. It's kind of been an interesting one for me, because when people are saying, oh, it's the worst year ever, you know, it's kind of not been the worst year ever for me, because if you follow me, you will know that I've had cancer twice, and I was diagnosed in 2016 and 2019. So to me, last year was worse than this year, because that was when I was diagnosed. This year I actually finished treatment and beat it, and in some ways it kind of fell into place with lockdown. It gave me the chance to actually rest and recover. So yeah, I've not had the whole, you know, oh, what do we do kind of thing, and I'm bored and making banana bread, because I was still in that stage of recovering. So I think there's something in that that everybody can kind of learn from, is that you think you've got it bad. Think about the people that are going through illness as well, like other illnesses like cancer, whatever illness it is that is life-threatening. Imagine how this year has been for those, not being able to do the things that they want to do. You know, all the rest of us had to do is stay safe, stay at home. You know, so I think, you know, it's about practicing gratitude and taking a few moments each day to actually think about what you have got rather than what you haven't got this year. A lot of us are making sacrifices. We're not seeing people that we love, and yes, it is hard, but if you don't see them over Christmas, it's because you're being given the chance to see them later in the year. It is tough, I get that, it is tough, but we've all got to pull together on this. So I don't want to reflect too negatively on the year, because I think if we do that, it can take you to a very dark place. People have lost loved ones, and I think if we've learnt anything from this year, it is to, you know, be grateful for the small things, because we don't realise how the small things are actually big things in our life that we take for granted, such as seeing family, hugs, going out, freedom. Let's hope that we're sitting here this time next year and we've got all of those things back. It's not an overnight thing, but it takes all of us to do our bit and try and remain positive. And yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But, you know, next year that chair might be empty at the table in the lounge. let's try and make that person's Christmas the best it can be, regardless. So I've said my bit on that. I want to try and reflect on my year and my plans for 2021. In terms of, let's start with career. I want to thank every single person that is watching this video, because you've taken time out to watch it and support me. And there are millions of YouTubers out there, so many things to watch on TV. I get why it's tough to crack YouTube, and I've got to admit I'm really struggling with it. I always knew it was going to be hard as an older YouTuber, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard in terms of gaining subscribers. It's just, I don't know. I look at some people's videos and I think, what is it you're doing differently? You know, I'm trying to keep it real. And if people don't want to see real, then I don't want to be, you know, I want to be true to myself. So what you see is what you get. I mean, you do get a lot of people on Instagram and stuff saying, oh, I'm keeping it real. And you think, what? Mrs. Hinch, bless her, she's always, I mean, I'm not here to put down Mrs. Hinch at all. I think she's very good at what she does. She has been so successful, and credit to her. But she still does make things look easy. You know, the beautifully wrapped presents, the beautiful Christmas decor, and we all know it's not like that. You know, I started wrapping my presents in such a way that, you know, we all look at Pinterest and I thought, yeah, these are going to look great. I did so many and I was like, the time it takes. So yeah, what started off as looking like a rustic Christmas wrapping now looks like the Royal Mail sorting office. But hey ho, you know, it's not about the gift wrapped, it's not about the present, it's about the thought, isn't it? But I'm digressing anyway. So yeah, I just hope somehow this year that my YouTube takes off. Same for Instagram, because social media is my dream. I'm not here to get millions of followers. I just want to share my little journey and show that there is life after 40, there is life after cancer. We have a place in society. You know, our feelings and our thoughts are just as valid as anybody's. We don't have to, we shouldn't have to prove that, but I feel like we do. So, you know, let's hope that we can break down the barriers for that in 2021. Maybe it's the year of the older influencer. That's what I like to think. That's what I'm pushing for. Yeah, I want to thank every one of you that has subscribed or followed me on social media. I've just got to keep fighting for my goals. If you don't fight, how are you going to achieve it? Some days I'm fine, some days it really gets me down. I take it personally. But yeah, I've just got to keep going, basically. And I am working with some fantastic people at the moment, and have done this year, in terms of supporting my business, supporting my mental health and happiness. Shout out to, and I'm going to say this wrong, Des Bravia, Sarah Scott, Glenn Mitchell, Maggie's Centre, Lauren Isles. I will share more about each of those in the coming year, because I do want to do more sort of showing how you can support your business and mental health as well in the coming year. I actually want to thank Glenn Mitchell, who I'm working with at the moment, for the categories that I'm going to sort of go through this speech in, because they are areas in our lives that we need to look at really. I'll give you more details sort of through my social media. I'll put up a link at the bottom of this video if I can to what he does. Finances, it's kind of almost balanced itself out, hasn't it, in a way. I've not been earning a great deal this year because I've had to have time off for the cancer treatment and recovery, but by the same token I've not been going out as much because of COVID. So, you know, they're nothing spectacular. I would love them to be better. There are so many things that I would like to do, not just for me but for family, just to make our lives better. And not just family, I want to be earning enough so I can regularly help, and I'm going to say Maggies because that's who I want to help. They are just invaluable when it comes to support for people going through cancer in their families. So I want to be at a point where I can give a percentage of what I earn to Maggies, you know, say it's 1%. I want to be doing that, and then, you know, be able to treat family, friends to nice things, great things, life experiences. So that is why I keep pushing to do things in my career. I do already do Maggie's Lottery. That's something that you can do monthly, and I am going to be doing another sponsored event for Maggie's after Christmas, so keep a lookout for that. Which leads me on to health. Yeah, it's a tricky one because my health isn't where I would like it to be in terms of fitness, but I'm certainly in a better place than I was last year. At this point last year I was going through chemotherapy, not knowing whether it would have got all the cancer cells. Tests show that it did. So fingers crossed we've said goodbye to that again. But the treatment has taken its toll on my physical health and mental health. Physically, when I look back at videos from this time last year, you can see the steroid bloating. I've put weight on, I know that, because of the steroids, the comfort eating through that, and COVID, and lack of exercise, because I'm still tired from the treatment. So I do need to build up my health again. Start eating healthily. I've ate so badly over the last year even. I did a video, the truth about my health and weight, saying I was gonna do something about it, and honestly it's not happened, for one thing and another. And I do blame COVID because, you know, we've just not been able to stick to a routine. So I'm hoping, I've got to be strict with myself. I can't just blame COVID, you know, it's down to me. I have got to crack this comfort eating, lack of exercise thing, and, you know, be healthy for me, be healthy for my future. You know, it's looking at it positively. The times in my life when I've actually been at my healthiest is when I've been diagnosed with cancer, and that was a mental mind, excuse my language, but people have said to me, look, you know, if you hadn't been that healthy at that point in your life, you may not have beat it. And that's the way I've got to look at it. I've got to keep this body that is essentially your engine healthy in case I do need to fight it again. And that's the way I think we should all look at it in terms of cancer. COVID, you know, if your immune system is better, you've got a better chance of fighting it. I've got to get my mojo back and, yeah, motivation basically. And if health, a healthy life and future isn't enough, then yeah, what is. I am grateful for family and friends. When you go through cancer treatment, and obviously COVID with the lockdown, you find out who cares about you, you know, who is actually thinking about you, whether you need anything, how you are. And we're all guilty of having busy lives and thinking, oh yeah, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll message them tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, and then the next day, and then the next day, and you don't know what people are dealing with, not in here. So yeah, it does sort out who your friends are and who you can rely on, and we all, I think, need to take time to think about how we treat other people, and, you know, just spend 5 minutes a day at night reflecting on your day, thinking about other people, you know, who haven't we been in touch with, are they okay, and just message them, you know, ring them. It doesn't take long. See if they're okay, see if they need anything. So let's address personal growth. I am constantly trying to learn new things so I can keep on top of my game when it comes to social media, copywriting, anything like that. Business, branding, so I can offer people the best services that I can. And I just want to continue to learn and grow this year. I think it's healthy for your mind, it's healthy for your business, and I think we all need to work on our own outlook on the world, as I said at the start of this video. Fun and recreation. It's not really been a year where we've been able to fully concentrate on fun and recreation, has it? But I do want to fill my life with more experiences. I often find, you know, it's experiences that people remember rather than gifts. And I'd normally like to buy people sort of experiences at Christmas, you know, like spa days, or, you know, something like that, or a day out, a holiday. And it's just really difficult to do that this year. So yeah, once things start to get back on track, I do want to get out and about more and enrich my life with more experiences. In terms of my physical environment, I had plans that I wanted to do to the house this year, and again, I kind of started the year kind of saying, oh, I'll do them later in the year, because when you're having chemo, if you've been through it, or you know anybody that's been through it, you will know that they have days where they feel absolutely terrible and they will need to be in bed because you just don't have the energy to do anything. And so I just thought, let's get chemo out of the way, because I don't want to be in bed when workmen are trying to get a job done. And so anyway, as I come out the other side of that, COVID hit, and so it was a case of, you know, workmen coming in your house for emergencies only. So I'm kind of at the same stage as I was last year with things to the house. There are still things I want to do. I want to get a downstairs toilet put in. I want to redo the bathroom, the lounge kitchen. It all needs doing, really. I've been here, how long is that? 13 years, and some things are refreshed, some things need doing, or it's down to money, and it's down to, you know, getting workmen and workmen turning up. What is it with plumbers that just don't get back to you? Maybe, I don't know the reason they don't get back to you, but yeah, I need a good plumber to help me out. Decorator, Tyler, maybe. So yeah, I want to improve on my physical environment as well, because, you know, we're spending a lot of time at home at the moment, and I am still going to be working from home in 2021. So, you know, calm environment equals calm mind. I don't like clutter around me. I just think my mind has sometimes got so much going through it that I don't want to look around and see all stuff everywhere as well. She says, looking around at stuff on the floor. But again, this is real, you know. My house isn't tidy 100% of the time. It's a home. And it is finding the balance. With things like Instagram, you are instantly wanting to attract somebody's attention with a photo. And so yeah, people go for pretty pictures. But yeah, I want to try and show sort of more reality in my Instagram stories and stuff like that, and obviously on my YouTube videos. Because none of us live a perfect life. Anybody that says they live a perfect life, I think, well, firstly, good on you if you do, but I don't think I think we always want more. I think we should always strive for more. But by the same token, we need to find sort of inner peace and contentment and look around us, and as I say, it goes back to gratitude, be grateful for what we have got. And I think that is how we need to leave 2020 behind and move into 2021, just practicing gratitude. Yeah, I do feel for the hospitality industry and things like that, and businesses. So we need to show them our support as much as we can, however we can, and just try and pull together through this. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all having a wonderful Christmas as much as you can. Remember what I said and think about what has gone right rather than what hasn't. And let's just go through this period of time with that in our minds and hope for a positive 2021. And I will see you in another video. Enjoy your Christmas. Take care. Bye.